Next to me, we have Jadidi Dambuki, who is a footballer headed to the World Cup. He'll be telling us a bit about that tournament. We also have Miles Morioki, who will be a journalist at in that tournament that will be happening before the World Cup, and they're here together with their coach Stanley Achima. To all of you, karibu sana, welcome to the program.
Thank you.
Let me start with you, coach, just to briefly explain to Kenyans the tournament that they'll be going to participate in and how they qualified.
Okay, the tournament is about, it was brought about by Football for Friendship.
Football for Friendship.
In conjunction with Gazprom, they're the organizers who are helping in organizing the World Cup at Russia. So we got this invitation through a journalist, Mr. Amos from Capital FM, I think. He is the one who visited our academy when we were training, and he decided that he wanted to choose one. There was plus the guys from Football for Friendship. They decided they wanted to get one player from Kenya and one player from one journalist from Kenya, young journalist from Kenya, 12 years of age.
Okay.
So for us, we took we played like something like a tournament to try and establish, to try and get out Jadidi as the best player.
Okay.
The other guy, Miles school is the journalism club, so it was very easy for him because he's also a good player. And he's also a young journalist.
Okay, let me hear their voices now. Jadidi, let me start with you. How did you first get involved in football, or your love for football? Where did it come from?
I think it's just in my genes, because my dad also loves football, my brother loves football, and my sister also loves football. So
it's a whole family that loves football.
Yeah.
Okay, and how did you get selected for the tournament? What did they make you do? Was there some sort of training or sort of recruitment you had to do?
No, I didn't know. I was just working hard and praying to God for a door to open, and then this just came up.
Okay. Yeah. How has your life changed now that you've been selected? What sort of practice have you been putting? What sort of events have you managed to attend now that you're going to the World Cup?
I've managed to practice at home and also go to coach's team, Makadara Junior League, to play there with them. And I've just been working hard and been praying. Yeah.
Okay, okay. Let me bring in Miles as well. Miles, you were selected because of your leadership and your journalistic abilities. Have you always wanted to be a journalist?
Yeah.
You're very clear about that. Why?
Because once my dad bought a camera, it actually amazed me. He taught me how to use it, and I've been so happy since that day, and I've been wanting to do journalism.
Okay. When you go to Russia for this tournament, the tournament will happen, what, 2 weeks before the World Cup?
Yeah, 2 weeks before the World Cup. It's going to start on 8th to 15th.
8th to 15th of June.
Yeah.
Okay. So what are you going to be doing when you go there? Are you going to be covering, Jadidi's game, for example? Tell us what they've told you.
They haven't told us anything yet, but I think I'm going to be covering Jadidi's work.
Okay. Okay. How has this changed for you after that? I'm told you guys had a chance to go to meet the team that is in the Commonwealth Games. You went to Kasarani, I believe. Coach, is that correct? Were you? What sort of experience has that been like for you? Which Kenyan athletes did you talk to, and what did they tell you?
I talked to Julius Yego. He told us good luck, and he taught us about javelin.
Oh, he taught you about javelin. What did he? How to throw?
Yeah.
Were you able to do something?
Yeah.
Yes, you were. Is there pressure for you guys now? Jadidi, you can answer, or Miles. How you feeling now as you know that Kenya will be looking at you and wishing you all the best? Do you feel pressure, Jadidi?
Yeah and no. I feel pressure. I have to represent Kenya well. I have to go show people that Kenya is not just athletes. We're not just athletes. We can also play well, and we are also involved in football, and we'll also come up.
Okay. Okay, and for you, Miles, how are you feeling as you count down the days? You're one of the lucky few Kenyans who get a chance to go, and I trust you'll also get to watch. I think they get to watch one match.
The first match.
How lucky are you guys? How does that make you feel, knowing that so young in your journalism career, you get a chance to actually watch a World Cup match live?
I feel happy and relaxed, because I was also praying to God for me to get a chance to do something in journalism or soccer.
Okay, and this door has now opened.
Yeah.
Future plans, Coach, what does this mean now? Is there like a follow-up to the skills that they learn out there? Just help us understand the program a bit better.
Like for us, it is, let's say, it's a door which has just opened for us and the rest of the other kids from the academy. So for us when we go there, it is also a working partnership, an opening from the Gaspro and Football for Friendship.
Okay.
It is a long-term plan for us, and it is a blessing to the Kenyan kids.
It's a blessing to the Kenyan kids.
Yeah.
And so how will it work? He's only one Kenyan player. Will he be put with other players? What will the format?
Okay, when he goes there,
be like?
When he goes there, we have a team which is going to comprise of other kids from other countries. Let's say he'll have a team maybe with a kid from Argentina, a kid from Europe. Yeah. So the team is going to comprise that for about 7 kids from different countries.
So
they're going to make different each team is going to make, they are going to make a team depending on the colors of the World Cup. Let's say blue, red. Yeah.
So okay, so that's how it will be.
Yeah, and they're going to be playing a tournament each and every.
If his team wins, what happens?
If his team wins, there are medals, there are cups. There's something they're going to win.
Is there another trip back to another football event, FIFA Club World Cup or something?
Okay, if his team wins, they come back with the medals plus the goodies which they're going to be win there.
Okay.
After that, it's all about making friendship around the world because of the World Cup. Different races, different people from different parts of the country, different continents, different kids coming together, playing together for friendship.
Okay.
At least to bring that mood of World Cup, bringing together different nations, different kids from all around the world, different people, bringing the friendship together to celebrate. It is like a festival. They have taken World Cup as a festival.
They've taken World Cup as a festival.
Yeah.
Let me bring in the assistant referee, Eden Marwa, who also joins us, who continues to stay with us rather in studio. You've heard what these young kids have to say. Getting such exposure at such a young age, being able to watch the World Cup opening ceremony, watch a live World Cup match. I think it's Russia versus Saudi Arabia.
Russia versus Saudi Arabia.
But Saudi Arabia, they get to watch that match as well. Just what advice would you have for them, Bwana Marwa?
First, let me congratulate the 2 young men for their selection. It's not a small thing to be selected for this event. And to be selected at that age, for me, is a very big plus for them. And I want to wish them well. And as I said earlier, they already know what they want. I heard what they said. They already know what they want. They've set their targets. I want to wish them well and want to say that let them just stick to whatever they identify that they want to do. And the door is open for them.
The door is open for them.
Sure.
In about 2 minutes, I'll give Miles. Miles has journalism ambitions. I'll give him a chance to ask a question, but I'll give him time to think. I hadn't warned him about this. But for you, Marwa, I want to get there's a quote I read about you, just to get Kenyans to understand you a bit better. This was by a man you know called GMT Otieno, who has headed the head of referees at KPL for a long time. Yeah. He said that what makes you excel is that you are patient, humble, and ready to learn. You're not arrogant. You're not looking for quick fame. How do you respond to those kind words, Bwana Marwa?
I'm happy that I can hear such kind of words from a senior person like GMT. I'm humbled. I'm happy to get such comments coming from him. But on the other side is there's nothing you can achieve with arrogance. That's what I have learned with time.
Okay.
Learn to be humble, respect people, respect their work, respect your own work, then move on.
Is there any hope that you'll be able to sort of pass on the skills you're learning to other referees, that a time will come when we won't be talking about one assistant referee going to the World Cup, but many?
That is what should happen, because this is a broad field. It's not meant for an individual, it's for many people. Being selected here is just a privilege. It doesn't really mean that Eden Marwa is the best that the country can offer. It's a privilege. God just opened the doors.
No, I think
I'm sure there could be many more there. So I want to say that it should be my target to make sure that we have another one like Eden Marwa going to the next World Cup, maybe 2022 or 2026, whichever.
Okay. Yeah. Bwana Marwa, we've heard about players' pre-game routines, especially when it's a tournament as big as the World Cup. Do you have your own pre-game routine, something you do before you get out onto the field? Whisper a prayer, call, make a phone call, I don't know.
It's free, it's open. As a team, when you get to the dressing room, do that which you think motivates you or will psych you up to go to the field. But again, before we all go to the field now, we come together as a team and we do. Maybe each set of referees have got their own routine. They have something special that they do before the game. So, but before, at the beginning, everybody, you can do yours, but at the end of before the 5 minutes or so to get out of the dressing room, then we come together and do our own thing.
Or you come together and do your own thing.
Yeah.
Miles, do you have a question for him? Have you thought of one?
Yeah.
Go ahead. You can look at this camera and ask him.
Okay. How do you feel to be one of the first, actually the first Kenyan referee to go to the Russian World Cup?
It is exciting, Mars. I feel happy. I feel so motivated and humble at the same time. It's a good feeling, I should say.
It's a good feeling. Yeah. Thank you. I think you've asked a good question there, Miles. And let's see, at the end, I'll give you a chance to say, we'll take a quick break. We'll be right back on Citizen Extra. So even as we wrap up this discussion, Bana Marwa, you've said in terms of ambitions, there are different ways you could go. How different would this World Cup have felt, and what do you feel about Kenya when we talk about one-day team, a Kenyan team going to the World Cup? How different would that be for you, knowing that you're a referee or assistant referee going to the World Cup, but at the same time Kenya will be there one day, a big prayer. What are your thoughts around that?
My biggest prayer, and one day we'll be there. I know Kenya, we have the talent. We have the talent and we can get there. With good structures put in place, with good leadership that I know we have at the moment, Kenya will be there for sure. We have the talent and we will see the team there. Me being at the World Cup and at the same time Kenya being there, wow, what a good feeling it would be.
And finally, what sort of safety measures can you say FIFA and you yourself personally have taken to ensure that there is no attempt to manipulate referees? It's been a challenge in the past, but what can you say are some of the security measures so that fans know that the matches they are watching at the World Cup are conducted or refereed in a fair manner?
First of all, this is an individual's thing. I decide that I cannot manipulate a football match, and I want fairness achieved. I do that. Every other referee has to do that. And I am sure, 100%, the people selected, we have a code of ethics that we go through from FIFA. There is a protocol to be followed. And the games are going to be fair. I cannot say authoritatively that they cannot be that, but I know that there won't be any match fixing and there won't be a problem because FIFA is keen and very serious about this issue. So people should watch football and don't think that anything else will affect the results.
Thank you so much, and for finding time to be here with us. Let me give each of my guests here with me a chance just to give their final thoughts. Jadidi, what can Kenyans expect? What can you promise us that you're going to do in that tournament in Russia?
I'm going to show people around the world and kids around the world our culture, what we can do in the field and off the field. I'm going to show them that we, as I said, we're not only athletes, because most Kenyans are athletes, we can also play football. And they'll, maybe through me, they can see that Kenyans can play football, and the scouts will come to Kenya and look around for other players. Brilliant.
And Miles, what can Kenyans expect from you? You might not be playing, I trust, but nevertheless, it's an honor for you to be able to go there and to cover. Will we be able? Where can we read some of your articles as a junior journalist at that tournament?
But right now, you can be reading them in Capital Sports.
Okay, that's where you're having them printed, okay?
Yeah, but I think you'll find it in footballforfriendship.com.
Okay. So if anyone wants to read your work, when you're out there in the tournament, then they can go to that website and find that information.
Yeah.
A last word from you, Coach?
For me, I just want to tell the leadership of this country, especially the government, that they should invest in sports. We have a lot of talent in this country, especially in our grassroots. At the grassroots level, have these young guys. They are very talented. And for my last word is just that the government should come and partner with other guys so that they can make a lot of stadiums. We don't have stadiums around the country. Like right now in Nairobi, we only have Toyoyo. So we don't have stadiums for us. When it is rainy,
infrastructure
like for us, when it is rainy, we are not playing, or we play in the mud.
Okay.
So I like them to improve on infrastructure. and also the football management, football federation of this country, they should come in and try to invest in the grassroots football, so that we grow our game, so that we can give young guys like these ones an opportunity and chances. Like you see, for this football for free, it has never come to Kenya. This is the first time they're coming to Kenya. So this is an opportunity which is opening up for our youngsters of this country. Fair
enough. I think those responsible have heard, and our leaders, I trust, have heard Europe. Okay, so let's see how we can do this. I want to give Miles one more chance to try out his skills. Face that camera, tell the viewer up next a repeat of the men's weightlifting competition at the Commonwealth Games. Stay tuned.
Up next,
a repeat
of the Commonwealth Games.
Men's weightlifting.
Men's weightlifting.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
There we go. Enjoy.